Up guys, how are you doing? Rideshare guy here, and today I want to do a quick video on how to accept UberXL and Uber Plus or Select requests only. So for those of you guys who don't know, UberXL is basically just the UberX service, but it carries more passengers. So it can actually seat up to 6 passengers in addition to the driver. Normal UberX can only take 4 passengers. Now the rates on UberXL are obviously higher since you can take more passengers, and in most cities it's about double what UberX is. And the same for Uber Plus or Select. This is a program in certain cities where it's actually not in every single city yet, but it's getting more and more cities every day, and they basically accept entry-level luxury cars. So cars like BMW 3 Series, BMW 5 Series, Lexus IS, GS, those types of cars. And I actually will link to a list of all of the eligible vehicles in my market, and I'll give you guys a link where you can go on your individual websites for your personal cities and your Uber cities and find the eligible vehicles. Or you can just contact Uber and your local office and they'll be able to tell you. But the reason why it's important and the reason why I created this video is because if you're already out there doing XL or you're doing Plus, one of the things that I keep finding from drivers is that they don't realize that they can actually only accept XL requests or only accept Plus requests. So what I mean by that is when Uber sets up your account, they often, if you're an XL driver, let's say you're an XL driver, they'll often set it up so that you're taking XL and X requests. Now, that might seem like a good thing on the surface because you're getting more rides, but you're actually, by taking X requests, you could be missing out on XL requests. So demand isn't always the same, but generally what I've found is that a lot of partners prefer doing XL only. So in order to do that, all you need to do is email your local Uber office, and I'll have the best ways to contact Uber linked in the show notes. But once you email them, all you need to do is tell them, hey, I want to set up my account so that I have XL option only. Now, this isn't available in every single market, and you can also do the same thing with Plus. You can email them and tell them, hey, I want to be able to only accept Plus rides, and it's not available in every single market, but it is in a majority of markets, for example, LA, San Diego, Orange County, right? You can do it. So if you're in one of those markets or if you're not sure, make sure you just contact Uber, send them a quick email. And then from then on, you can actually go and you'll have 2 options. When you go to your login screen and select a vehicle, you can select a vehicle that takes Plus only, or you can also do one that does X and Plus. And what you'll quickly realize that is as long as there's a little bit of demand on Plus or XL, you'll actually be able to take all those requests. And even if the request, let's say it's only half the volume of X, you're actually making double or more. So it actually works out in your favor. And guys, your expenses are less too, right? Because you're now driving less miles. So that's something to keep in mind. And one last tip or trick that I'll tell you guys is when it does go to surge on UberX. So for example, you're always, if you've been using the passenger app, which you should be, and you've taken a ride on the passenger app, you have that passenger app downloaded. And let's say you're sitting there and you're logged into Plus only or XL only, and you're waiting for a request. There's no requests. You can log on to the passenger app and see what does a surge look like on the passenger app for UberX. If UberX is surging in your area and it's at 2x or above, or maybe it's even at 1.75x, in that case, in that scenario, it might be worth it for you to go out there and log on to X and Plus or X and XL. Because in that scenario, since it's surging, the rates will actually be very close to Plus or XL. So you don't care what rate you get at that point, you'll just go and take whatever you can get, right? So that's kind of what you want to keep in mind, because a lot of times passengers are starting to get smarter. They know that when X is surging at 2x, they say, hey, I might as well take a Plus at this point, right? Or, if passengers don't even know about Plus or XL, they'll just go for that X at a 2x rate. So it really benefits you because you'll be able to log on as X and Plus, so you could get a Plus or X request at surge. So it really benefits you as a driver. So hopefully that's helpful. Like, comment, or subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a note in the comments. All right, take care, guys.